All right, my friends, what's going on? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. This morning, we're going to be hearing from a kindred spirit, a fellow construction worker who almost died. Who almost died. Hopefully, he'll be willing to tell this story, and then um, had I guess you could call it a spiritual awakening, a vision, and and has now gone on to become a full-time day trader and also affiliate marketer. So this is somebody who's learned skills and now is applying those skills to be able to build a business from home. So with that being said, let's welcome Jason Miner to the show. What's going on, brother?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, man. Where are you calling in from?
I'm in Northern Virginia, right outside DC.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, cool, man. Well, hopefully you'll tell the story here about your near-death experience. You put it in our intake form, so I wanted to take the risk of throwing it out there at the benefit that you might tell the story. Would you tell that story and tell us how you got into online marketing and entrepreneurship from construction in the first place?
Sure. I mean, we are storytellers, right? I mean, that's part of my story. You have your story. We all have our story.
Yeah.
So I was working construction, been doing this for 25 years. And last November, right before Thanksgiving, I got COVID, which, at that time, I'm a 38-year-old man. Didn't think much of it. I thought, I'm healthy, non-drinker, non-smoker. If I get it, I get it. It's going to be fine. Well, it wasn't fine. That infection, went and lost taste and smell. Then the infection went to my brain. And when it went to my brain, it affects respiration. It also affects heart rate. And then there was swelling around my heart. And when there was swelling around my heart stopped. My oxygen levels were crazy low for a long period of time. My heart rate would go over 200 and stay there for weeks. And they couldn't get it under control. And when I tell you that I could have died a few times, my heart legit stopped. And I remember crying in bed and not knowing if I was even going to make it. I had a dream that night, and in my dream, there was a spirit. It wasn't like a person, but there was a spirit that just said, "You have to go help 1,000,000 people." And I was like, dude, I'm just a regular dude. How the hell am I supposed to help 1,000,000 people? I don't have any kind of reach like that. How do I do it? What am I doing? They just said, you have to help 1,000,000 people. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Give me some guidance. You have to help 1,000,000 people. And I remember waking up going, holy shit, I'm alive. Was that actually, am I supposed to do that? Is that the reason I'm here? And I had no idea how to do it, what to do, whatever. And obviously I lost my job. It's been 6 months. A lot of the people, this community is amazing. And they see me. I'm still on oxygen today. Like the last couple of days, my oxygen has been in the low 80s, which anything under 95 is dangerous. So if I have a brain fart, it's because my oxygen is legit low and my brain just sometimes empties.
Yeah.
But it's been a hell of a ride.
So what led you to Legendary? I mean, was that a part of you finding direction?
My son was on it, so I got on TikTok as a joke, just to see what he was into.
Uh-huh.
And I stumbled upon Legendary, and I saw everybody and their brother talking about it.
Yeah.
And so my thought was, $7, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
If worst case scenario, I'm out at a cup of coffee, right? And still gonna gain some knowledge.
Yeah.
Like I'm all in. I'm gonna see what it's
Yeah.
about. And then I saw what the community was like, and then I got the knowledge, and then the more research I did, I was like, man, I just fell into it. I was like, this is rad. I'm in.
Nice. Nice. So this is all and obviously we can see that you've got your day trading set up behind you as well, and so you're kind of a multi. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. So you're all this has transpired and happened over the last 6 months.
Yeah, in fact, I've only been doing the Legendary stuff and affiliate marketing for almost 3 months.
Okay.
I started a year ago to start learning day trading.
Yeah.
Because while I was still doing construction, I'm sure you understand, it's hard work. And I've been
Oh,
doing
for
it
sure.
for 20 some years. And I wanted something more passive. I wanted more income. I wanted more time with the family. I didn't like working 10, 12-hour days, 5, 6 days a week, busting my butt. I was making amazing money. Don't get me wrong. I was doing,
Sure.
but it's not where I wanted to be long term. When I'm
Yeah.
50 years old, 60 years old, I can't do what I was doing.
Yeah.
I can't sling inch and an eighth plywood up to the next floor up, being almost 200 pounds a sheet. I can't keep slinging this stuff all day long.
Yeah.
When I'm older, I was like, there has to be a change. I'm okay doing it now, but at some point, there's going to have to be a change.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I already had that little seed in the back of my head where I need to make a change. Something has to happen.
Mm.
So me getting sick just kind of pushed. Now, that first 3 months of me being sick, I couldn't do anything.
Wow.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't day trade. There was nothing I could do. Um, I I got lost
Bro.
in my own house. I forgot how to talk for 2 weeks.
Holy crap,
Uh,
bro. Like you could have so easily been one of the statistics, man, that we
100%,
lost in this past year from this, man.
100%. And I never would, maybe it's young and dumb, but I really thought that I would never be that statistic.
Sure.
You're a little kid and you're like, oh, I'm going to take that bike and just make that ramp. I'm going to make it. It's like that
Yeah.
false stupid. Well, I was that stupid.
You're one of the people which would be totally make sense that you would be that was kind of like, hey, no big deal at first, but then you got it and you're like, hey, take this thing seriously.
Oh, I took it seriously.
I
And
got you.
like, I never wanted it and I didn't
Yeah.
want to bring it to my family. So I took it.
Sure. Yeah. You just didn't expect to be as sick as you got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get you.
So, like,
Yeah.
I didn't know, but one of the guys that I worked with ended up getting it.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily tell us that he got it
Uh,
and didn't want to lose work.
I think there's a lot of and that makes sense, I mean, like it sucks and it makes you angry and like that's kind of like after the fact a damn near unforgivable offense, but like I think a lot of people were put in that position this last year, which is, oh, I've got a little sniffle, I've got a little cough, I'm not going to tell anybody, I hope it's just going to go away because I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I
Yeah.
can't afford to go home for 2 weeks, you know. And I think that brings up a even bigger point, Jason, which I think is we all really have to come to be honest and be in reality with the fact that most of us are a statistic that we're one medical emergency away from financial ruin.
100%.
And that most of us, if our kids got into some sort of an accident or something happened to a family member, we wouldn't be able to afford the medical bills. Or if something happened, we got hit by an uninsured driver and say we don't have, the type of insurance that covers our car, we wouldn't be able to afford to get our car. And I was in that position for so long myself. And of course, pretty rooted in drug and alcohol addiction. So a lot of that didn't even matter to me. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even really, but having a family and having, having a family, having kids, having a wife, like I can't imagine that. And I think that your story brings up the reality that so many of us face, but don't talk about, because if we don't talk about it, it's not real, which is how a lot of people handle problems in their life. Hey, just don't talk about it. Just if I don't talk about it, it's not real. Therefore, I don't have to face it. And how do you feel, man, about the idea of having reserves, having cash flow, having the ability to be able to continue to bring in income even if you are sick? And what would your message be to people?
I think you should prepare for the worst, which thankfully I am OCD. I was raised by people that grew up in the Depression, by my grandparents. And
Yeah.
because of that, there's that scarcity mindset they pushed onto me. So I'm thankful for that. Like I go a little bit overboard and I'm a prepper. So now see other friends, I try to get them into a position where they save and they are ready. Not only have a passive income, have a just in case fund. Like I had all my bills for my house, for the water, for the electricity. I'm 3 months ahead. I'm always been 3 months ahead for the last 20 years. I have 6 months worth of food in my house. I have everything that we need. I have a just in case fund to get me through 1 or 2 years if something hit the fan. But the statistics say that 75% of people can't even come up with $500.
Yeah,
So
at least.
That's frightening.
Yeah.
So you don't at least have a passive income stream or have somewhere to have some just in case money. You need to find something. Even if you're still working your 9 to 5, that's fine. Find a passive income stream. And though affiliate marketing is fantastic, there are lots of other options if this is not for them. But if this is for them, it's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
Always be prepared. I am super prepared for almost anything. And I'm thankful that I was prepared, because that 3 months, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, on the inside, as a man, maybe this is stupid and cliche with today's times, but I have that masculinity where like I need to provide for my family. Even though my wife's a nurse, she does fine. Our health insurance is covered because of her work, and she makes a good living, and we can live off of her income alone, and that's fine.
Yeah.
The masculinity inside of me goes, this is not going to work for me. This is not good. I need to step up. I need to be here. Right.
Yeah.
So for me, is a driving factor of I just need to do it. And it's probably stupid.
No, I think it's fun. I think it's our nature. You know, we want to provide, and I think it's actually. I talk to women. It's about being productive. You know, it's about being responsible, Jason. And clearly, you know, there's a lot to be said about the values that you were taught about being responsible. Because when we have a family, man, we have little kids. We're responsible for them, you know. And I had to really grow myself up when I had kids. At least this round, I have one that's older as well, but I had to really grow myself up and realize that, you know, these kids can't fend for themselves. I mean, it's literally my responsibility to make sure they eat, you know. And I think that just, you know, you've gone to an extreme of prepping, and I know a little bit about preppers. I wouldn't particularly call myself one, but financially I am. But I think that just everybody who's listening right now, having that real conversation with yourself, kind of leaning on Jason's story about the COVID thing and putting that like literally a near-death experience. I mean, it didn't have to be like that. It didn't have to be that particular situation. It could have been a broken leg that put you out. It could have been a broken hand that put you out. It doesn't have to be a near-death experience. It could be something that's minor. The company that you work for could go out of business, you know, and then you have a hard time finding a job. Well, if you don't have, you know, something stocked away, if you don't have 6 months to 12 months of expenses put away, if you don't have a stream of income, additional skills that you can generate income with, then you're at the mercy of somebody to pay you less than what you're worth because you're desperate. You're at the mercy of, you know, of asking to borrow stuff. And you talk about masculinity, Jason. I think it's pride. Who really wants to go and ask to borrow money to pay bills? It's about, there's just so much to learn from that story, man. I'm so happy that you're okay, but there's so much to learn from that story, man, you know, in this entrepreneurship game.
You know, when I first started, even before when I was sick, there was that stigma still around COVID and people who were getting it. I almost didn't tell the story because there was a stigma, but I was like, that's selfish. Because I knew a lot of people that had that mindset. Oh, it's just the flu. Oh, it's just this. Oh, it's just this. And here it is. I'm the statistic.
Yeah.
I'm like, how irresponsible would I be to not let the people that I know that it's not necessarily just the flu. Okay. It's not. Let me tell you, it's not.
And it affects everybody differently, right? So that's the whole thing. And I think that kind of, that analogy works with everything because, you may be at a point in your life to where if you did lose your job, it may affect you harder than somebody else, or it may affect you harder than if you were at a different place in your life. And I think that the bottom line, Jason, is I am really thankful that you told that story, because you're the first person, at least on this show, that we've had that's had COVID and affected them at that level. And you may not be the only one, but you may have been the only one that was courageous enough to tell the story, because like you say, maybe there's a stigma, or somebody might feel like they don't want to tell it or whatever. But dude, freaking, I am thankful and proud of you that you told that, because it's real. It's your story, and there's so much value, there's so much gold in telling that story, especially coming out of 2020 and now everybody experiencing this pandemic. And it wasn't just you having to get sick to be set back. Again, it could have been you losing your job, it could have been something else happening. So I'm thankful you told that, man. And I don't think there's any shame at all in it. Look at me. I told the drug and alcohol being a junkie story. I mean, it's like, it's our story, dude.
I was getting ready to say, it's our story. That's what it is. Whether you like it, good, bad, or indifferent, it is our story. It's what makes us genuine. It's what makes us different. And it's what we went through. It is what it is. We could change our past, or we can't change our past, but we could change our future. We could see what our failures, learn from them, and move forward.
Well, that and it's not even failures, man. It's just, storytelling. For those of you who are like wondering, maybe you're new, you're wondering, well, what does story have to do with marketing? It's all about how you use the story. If you ask yourself, what point am I trying to make here in my marketing or in this video? And then how can I find a story that matches with that sort of gives an analogy or a parable to it, or a metaphor to help to help prove the point. And stories sell. They are what human beings are used to listening to. They want to listen to stories. They want to know what happens at the end. They don't want to just be spoken at with facts and details and told what to do. They want to be entertained. And that's why I call good marketing edutainment, because there's an element of education and there's an element of entertainment. And the element of entertainment is your personality, and it's the stories you tell. And I can tell that you've got some personality. First and foremost, the brand, it's a cool setup that you got there with your computers in the back. You've got the islands of Hawaii there, kind of all over the place. What's the relevance for Hawaii for you?
That is my happy place. So back in 90, if it was 92, 95, my mother bought a condo in Hawaii back after a hurricane basically wiped out the island. And she was able to buy it, and it was cheap and it was great. But then I was able to spend my summers there, and now that is my happy place. And I try to take my family there every year, every other year, or whatever. And
nice.
That is the one place that I feel like it's home. It's that little happy spot. Like, I live in DC. It's fine. It's fantastic, whatever. But it's not my happy place.
Yeah.
This is not the place that I'm like, oh, I love it here, and walk outside and like, oh, this is wonderful. No, but I do have that feeling when I'm there.
Nice.
So when I have my Hawaiian stuff around and do whatever, it makes me feel more at home. It makes me feel more comfortable, and it is a part of me.
Do you have a goal one day to move there full time?
One day. We actually almost moved there full time. But the schools were not where I wanted them to be for my kids.
I got you.
My son is super advanced and super smart. They didn't have a program that I could put him in that would work for him.
I got you.
Daughter has her own struggles, and they didn't have a program that was going to work for her. And where I am here, the programs in the school system are some of the best in the country. So I was like, I need to do what's best for them.
I got you.
Going there and putting them in that, and I didn't want to have to do that with them, and I couldn't afford the private schools.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense, man. That makes sense. Well, putting your responsibilities first is a big deal, and once again, that seems to be a theme with you. So let's transition a little bit to your affiliate marketing journey. I noticed that you have a TikTok channel yourself. You've got 21,000 followers there. Is that sort of your main platform for driving traffic right now?
That is one of my platforms for driving traffic.
Okay.
My multiple pages. That's the one that I'm using for Legendary.
Okay.
But from your training, I have been able to learn skills that go way beyond Legendary Marketer. And I've put together a program that I call Now. Okay, which is basically I'm going to do something right now, right? And the N is for niche. O is for finding an opportunity. And W is for win, which is not just winning for me, but it's a win-win for the vendor, a win for me, and a win for the end person, right? So it's my Now method. So one of my niches, day trading, right? Which is, there's a big opportunity in day trading. Everybody's talking about it. You even came on and said, start saying crypto and this and that, right? Everybody's talking about that. So there's that buzz, there's that opportunity. Right? So I went out and to find another opportunity. One of the training platforms that I learned from, there's 30,000 students currently. They don't have an affiliate program.
Wow.
So what did I do? I saw opportunity there. I went to them and said, one, you need an affiliate program, and here's why. And I want to create that program for you.
Wow.
And when I create that for you, I want this for this amount of time, right?
Yeah.
And then we want to open it up to other people. And then I already have my base community that I can help out, bring these people in, and make that business successful. So I found a niche.
Yeah.
I found that opportunity. And then it's going to be a win for that company. It's going to be a win for me. It's going to be a win for the end consumer too, because the content that I provide for them, like I will literally trade live with people on a daily basis for about 30 minutes a day before the market opens. So they can see my strategy. They can see what stocks I'm looking at. They can see this. They're not going to be able to trade with me, but they can see what I'm doing.
Sure.
Right? So that gives them knowledge. I give them little pieces here and there, here and there, here and there. And then it creates that curiosity, right? They always want to see what's going on. Well, you can watch me and other people trade live and get the full training by signing up.
Sure. Right. Value first, right? Edutainment first. Come on the live webinar. Let me show you, watch the live video. Let me show you how I do this. And then if you want more, sign up for the entry level monthly membership, community, mastermind, whatever it is.
Exactly. And I have multiple niches.
So you've taken this idea of selling information, okay, that we teach here at Legendary. Drop shipping's cool. Amazon is cool. These other businesses are cool. It's just what we specialize in is selling information. And you can sell information about making money online like we do here at Legendary. You can sell information about parenting, raising, getting newborns to sleep, day trading. So you've found a hot topic, which is cryptocurrency and just stocks in the market right now. And you've taken and instead of even going and creating your own kind of entire platform, you actually found a company that was already doing it, that had great training, and approach them with this idea, this affiliate marketing concept that you've learned here at Legendary and you saw play out, and you're profiting from here as well because you're an affiliate here and you have a niche page on TikTok for Legendary, but you've used these what we call transferable skills, because it's not just about Legendary. You've used these transferable skills now to go over and essentially broker a deal, right? To where you've helped create an affiliate program for this platform, made a chunk of change up front, and now have an opportunity to be able to share that with others and essentially earn commissions and get paid when that happens. And quite frankly, you talk about helping a million people. You've created an opportunity for a bunch of other people to be affiliates for that too, and to make money when they promote it as well, right?
100%. So I've created a platform for people to learn how to make and learn affiliate marketing here. I have the opportunity now, if stock trading is their niche, yeah, they can go and do that. I have another niche. My other niche is RVs, right? So I create content about RV stuff. So when I first bought an RV, they don't set you up for success. You cannot literally go and just go that day and go RVing. they don't give you the pipes that you need. They don't give you the supply lines. They don't give you the electrical line. There's literally a whole list of things that they don't even give you and set you up for success to go out on your first trip. So what did I do? I saw a problem. So I create content of things you need, things you're going to want, winterizing, maintenance, things that you need to check every once in a while, or, you know, whatever. So
or tricks, how to have a better trip, how to do things easier. I mean, exactly. RVing, there's no limits, bro. I know, because several of my family members RV, and it's like it's endless problems that could happen that you need solutions to, and it's also endless possibilities.
So we know that, okay, so we've now picked the niche. The opportunity is we're in COVID states, right? We're still going through COVID. People weren't able to travel. People weren't able to do things. The RV industry right now, because of people traveling and being stuck in their houses, is skyrocketing. There's the opportunity, right? And then the win-win. So I had to come up with a win-win. So now not only are they getting content for me telling them all the products that they're going to need, they're going to want, whatever. Our job as affiliate marketers is to what? Capture emails, right? Because that's our lead. That's our lifeline. So how do I do that and provide value? So I came up with physical checklists, before you go checklist, winterizing checklist, things in the kitchen checklist. I literally made safety checklists. I made these checklists and I give that away. Obviously I get the email, but now I can retarget that audience. Okay. So now I've retargeted that audience. I have a completely other page that drives traffic to not the newbie people, but now the people who are living in RVs full time. Okay. They travel the US, they go in and travel with the RVs full time. What is one of their major problems by traveling full time? It's employment. What can I teach them as either a passive income or a traveling income where you can work from anywhere? Where can I drive them? That platform for me is already set up.
Yeah.
So I'm taking my one niche and literally bringing it back circle and bringing them back around.
Yeah.
So that email list is not just valuable for RV. It has value over here too.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking all these ideas that I have and literally combining them all to work together. And that's part of my now method. And I've worked with a ton of current affiliates, which my job is also to help as many newbie affiliates, because a lot of people feel stuck. They do this for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they feel stuck. Right? I'm helping these people get unstuck, break free, get it, because it's easy for me to talk to somebody, figure out what's going on in their head, figure out their passions, figuring out their love, and I can see it from the outside, but they can't see it. So I'm talking to people and I'm helping these people through.
Yeah, we've all got blind spots.
We all have blind spots. So I find those blind spots for them and I open up their eyes.
Now, two things. First thing is that if you have multiple niches, there's always a way to connect them. There's always a way to connect them. And here's the one line I'm going to give you all that is the key that unlocks all of this world for you. And Jason is utilizing this. Your income is dependent directly in proportion to your creativity. So your ability, your creativity, in terms of, like, this is a perfect example, that sequence that Jason just went through, that you just went through, of connecting each of those pieces, that you could present each of those new opportunities to somebody as sort of a new problem. You present a new problem and then you present the solution. And what the example is, and this is oftentimes what kind of I think a big secret to marketing is that people don't really know they have problems until you kind of present it to them and remind them of it, right? So as people, that's how things are sold. So as, say, for example, a lot of you guys maybe were here because of TikTok or whatever ads you saw. You didn't wake up in the morning saying, man, I need passive income. Like, today's the day that I'm going to take a training and I'm going to learn how to create a stream of income online. But you saw a video likely of somebody that's presented the problem in a way that really made it click for you. And you were like, God, you know what? They're right. Today's going to be the day I'm going to take that challenge. The same way that, Jason, you just went through, okay, now you've got your RV. Well, how are you going to make income? Wouldn't you like to do this 365 days per year? Wouldn't you like to never have to go home? Wouldn't you like to never have to go back home and get a job? Because a lot of people do it for part of the year, or maybe take just random trips. What if you could be on the road all the time? As a matter of fact, I know somebody who's on the road right now and feels a lot of pressure because they need to create income so they can continue to do it. Well, what if I told you there was a way that you could generate income online by developing a skill set and you could do this 365 days per year? That whole opportunity was created because you explained their problem to them in a way that made it make sense. And I think that's the power of communication that a lot of us we don't really kind of grasp, that people don't already know what problems they have. You literally have to present the problem to them in a way that makes them say, you know what, that is a problem. He's got a point. The same way that people get involved in prepping, right, Jason? It's like, you never knew that prepping was a good idea until somebody sat there and broke it down and said, Jason, what if? What if somebody dropped a nuclear bomb on this country and the country and everything went out for 6 months? What if some explosion happened in the electrical grid? Or what if something happened with the internet and just all your bank accounts suddenly went to zero? What if your company went out of business? What if we got invaded by China? What if, right? And then you sit there and you're thinking, son of a bitch, this guy's got a, holy shit. Like I would be screwed, right? And that's how people get into prepping. They don't just wake up and go, you know what, it'd be a good idea to have 6 months of food. They have somebody explain it to them so they understand their problem. This is a big, big deal. And Jason, you're doing that. What comes up for you as I'm going through this, presenting the problem in making it known to the person so they realize they need the solution?
You know, it actually started making me think when I was young. My grandfather, obviously also the guy who wanted me to be a prepper, right? One of the things he instilled in me was be good at a lot of things. You know, construction might be okay. Okay. My father worked at a printing press, right? Printing press don't exist anymore. He wanted me to be good at so many different things that no matter what happened in life, I always had work. I always had an income, and I could always make something work and make something happen.
Yeah.
So I've done exactly that. I've been a real estate agent for a long period of time, which some of the people in here know that I had a niche nobody else in the country had. And I exploited the hell out of the niche as long as I could until it literally disappeared. But I made a killing on that niche, right?
Yeah.
I've worked in NASCAR for many years. I can race cars. I can build cars. You know, I could do construction. I've been an electrician, a plumber, a framer, a mason. I can do drywall, installation, or roofing. There is no trade within construction that I can't do and can't do at a higher level than most. So I literally just, all these skills that I obtained over time, I can cook, I could work in a restaurant if I had to. Now, look, I can day trade, I can do marketing. There's nothing that I can't do.
Yeah. Well,
and I think everybody else should know that, okay, if you're an accountant, though that job might be great, or you working as a bartender, or you're working as this, it might be okay for that time being. What if something happens? The pandemic hit.
Yeah.
You know, restaurants shut down. Did we ever think that the restaurants would literally just up and close come last January, February? Did we ever think that everything would be shut down? No.
Yeah. I keep going back to this thing of you being in these multiple niches and then being able to have the new opportunity in a completely different and totally, you know, new niche make sense for the person who is maybe in the RV. I mean, the way that you're connecting these niches together, by presenting the problem, I would assume like via in an email sequence. If somebody signs up for your for your crypto or your day trading checklist, and then they get on that email, of course you present them with that day trading training opportunity, which that creates a commission for you. But then, hey, want another stream of income? Well, I also do affiliate marketing. Check this out. And then, hey, what happens if something bad happens? Let me tell you my story about COVID. Are you prepared? You could get into doing you could be an affiliate for prepping products. You could have your own prepping checklist or training courses. Hey, want to get on the road? Want to travel? Now there's an introduction to RVing. I mean, there's a way that if you guys want to expand into different niches, you can do that. And also, a lot of you guys have information and knowledge that you could talk to people in that niche, like you do, Jason, that you're just sitting on and you're not monetizing like Jason's doing. What's coming up for you, Jason?
In my head, it made me think, we're not in sales. What you just said and all those questions that you just came across, we're not in sales. We're problem solvers.
That's it.
That's that we are problem solvers. You just said the problem. Okay. People came into this class. 90% of people who day trade lose money and fail. 95% lose money and fail. That statistic is high. So yes, I can show them the training. I can take them over there, but I know 95% of those people most likely will fail. It's very hard. Okay. But those people also like another income skill. They probably want passive income. They want something. What's the chances of somebody losing their backside learning affiliate marketing? Not as high.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to get in and lose $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 like that. Like legit, since we've been on here, I'm down $26,000. Okay. I can lose everything like that, right? You're not going to do that in affiliate marketing. You may not make as many commissions this day, but then the next day it gets better. Way more passive too. If I'm not trading, I'm not making money. Super volatile. So now I can take that pain point of, oh, they've lost or they're losing, and I could push that little pain point a little bit and bring them in and let them find success in another way. Because maybe it's not for them. It's definitely not for everybody. It's hard. And I don't just tell everybody, hey, go out and do it. If you do want to do it, you do have a passion for it, here. This is the training that I learned. This is the best training. I've spent $15,000 in the last year going through different training platforms. I know which ones are good. I know which ones are crap. This is the good one. Don't waste your money on all those other ones. This is the only one I believe in. And here's why. Right? So I'm providing that value. I'm trying to set them up for success. But in the back of my head, I know 95% will fail. So that's just the statistic. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Like some of the people that I trade with, they're jet pilots and test pilots. I have one guy who's a surgeon. It was kind of just something fun for them. And I asked him, I said, so what's harder, learning how to do surgery and learning how to fly a jet or learning day trading? They said day trading is so much more difficult. So what does that say about it? Okay. It's hard.
Yeah.
Is affiliate marketing all that hard to learn? I didn't think so.
Yeah. Well, and I will also say that, you got to have some mindset to be able to do, an interview and know that you've got 26,000 in the red behind you. You know what I mean? You got to be able to hold your composure.
There's ebb and flow. It's just like, it's the same thing where we're at here, right? 90% of day trading is mindset.
Yeah.
I think 80% of affiliate marketing or any kind of marketing is also mindset. If you don't have that right mindset, it's not going to work. And if you're focused on sales, it's not going to work. It's just not. I'm confident that what's going to happen at 1:00, it's going to be fine. And I'm right. My statistics say that I'm right 70% of the time. And because I know I'm right 70% of the time, even if my loss and wins are equal, because I'm right 70% of the time, I'm profitable.
Yeah.
So I'm confident in my statistics. And just like trading, I have statistics. I know what time I'm profitable. I know what size large stocks, small cap stocks. I know when I'm profitable and not profitable. I know the time of day that I'm trading. I know the price of the stock. I know the float. I know everything about a stock. I can literally track it, just like we track our email sequences, our funnels, and how we constantly test. It's the same. It's identical. Yeah. So if you look at it, that mindset, they're very similar.
And also in the what gives you the confidence to have the mindset that you do is certainly confidence that's been built and that you're building by taking action, and then the evidence from those actions. So you do that enough, you build confidence. But also, one thing that I want to point out is you're also not making emotional decisions. You're making decisions that's based on data. And that's one of the big pieces that a lot of marketers leave out is make a decision based on the data. You don't need to guess. You don't need to ask somebody else to make a decision about everything you do in your business. Test it. Look at what works. If you have one bridge page video that you have for the month of April, do another bridge page video with a tweak for the month of May and test the difference. How many leads did you get? How much money did you make from those leads? We teach that specifically in the business blueprints, right? There's a part right on testing and tracking. It's about letting the data guide our decisions and not just making emotional decisions or getting into this like, would somebody please help me? It's the newbie. It's the I'm a newbie and I need somebody. No, you're not a newbie. You're just not letting. You're new at this, and you're not letting the data drive your decisions. You'd rather somebody else make the decision for you, which is a bit of an employee mindset. If we look at mindsets as an employee, I need you, the boss, to tell me what to do. And if something doesn't go right, well, it's what you told me to do, right? You told me to do it this way. So as an entrepreneur, I have to shift that mindset into taking responsibility and saying, okay, I'm going to test this, see how it works out. And then I'm going to test something new and see if that works better. And then I go with the better version. It's actually really simple, right? And then I do that again the next month and I go with a better version.
Yeah. It makes me think. I made a TikTok yesterday about the 9 to 5 and people being an employee versus being an entrepreneur, and how basically being an employee, it's carrots or sticks. So they give you the set of tasks, right? And you start doing those set of tasks. There's already a system in place. We're going to give you a little bit. We're going to give you a carrot, whether that's a little raise, or we're going to give you a pat on the back, or maybe you move up in your position, right? Little carrots. But what if you don't meet that task? They're going to beat you with that stick, right? They're going to give you hell. They're going to constantly give you hell about it, or you potentially can lose your job or whatever. And what if you don't like carrots, right? What if you don't like somebody saying, oh, well, you can't, we've already structured, this is what you're doing. And this is your cap. This is where you can get, and you have to work up this corporate ladder. What if that's not for you? What if you're not into carrots? Some people aren't. Do I think a 9 to 5 job is good for some people? Yes. Do we need 9 to 5 jobs? 100%. Do I think it's for everybody? I don't think so. Some people need that structure, that need that task because they can't manage themselves. So they need somebody to manage them. But if that's not you, and you want that time, you want that, okay, I don't feel good today, I'm just going to take a nap, right? You have that option. Or I just want to go to the beach. You know what? My mindset, I just need to clear my head. You're not having to go and find approval, wait for 2 to 3 weeks, find coverage, whatever. All right. I can't live like that anymore. I'm a workaholic, right? I'm okay getting up early. I'm okay day trading. I'm okay running my business. I'm okay sometimes building this empire that I'm trying to build. So in the future, I can have that more passive income and have more time. But I also have the freedom if I go, you know what? I'm not doing anything today. I have that freedom. I have that option. And I like that option. That just having that option is freeing.
Yeah. No, it is, man. It is. This has been great. If somebody was sitting on our checkout page, maybe somebody that you sent, maybe somebody else, who knows, and they're making a decision, do I want to get involved with Legendary and go all in and be a part of this community and learn from the people who are here and learn from the curriculum and start one of these business models that we teach here, what would you say to that person?
I would say jump in, dive in. It's a small little micro investment to even see if it's for you. And if it is for you, I think that's fantastic. The community is amazing. And I've now put together some masterminds that I do every other week with some of the top affiliates. And we literally get together and throw ideas back and forth. Going back to that thing we talked about earlier, sometimes you have an idea, you have a passion, but you can't see it yourself. But having that community around you that sees your idea, sees that passion, now they're throwing things at you. And then you're going to be able to see things for them. And literally, we help each other, right? This is not a competition. Nobody's here competing with anybody else. It's not to see who's got the best followers or see who's got, oh, I got this many opt-ins or I've got this many commissions. That's not what this is. This community is literally everybody's here to help each other and see each other succeed. And that itself is a mindset, right?
Yeah.
It's been the most beautiful community that I've ever had to work with. In construction, it's, oh, look at my stuff, my tile's better. Look at those lines. My lines are straight. My this. And through the trades, it's always goddamn framers, goddamn drywall guys, goddamn finishers, goddamn sanders, damn painters, right? And everybody gives each other hell along the way. I have not seen any of that here.
Yeah.
The community is phenomenal. So you're going to learn a skill. You're going to have a community that's going to be able to push you up, push your boundaries, keep you accountable, and keep you going. Because there's going to be times that are rough. Sometimes things are hard. We all hit that peak, and we all go into that valley of despair, and we all need somebody to help us bring us back out, right? We all hit it. All of us, everyone. And without that community, you might quit. You might never ever find that success because you literally quit right before you found that success. And you would never know. And then you get those people that do quit, which I'm sure you see, oh, it's a scam, it's a this, it's a this. Well, no, you just quit. You didn't have the creativity, you didn't have the drive, and you literally just quit. Or maybe you didn't find that little community. You didn't ask for help.
Yeah.
Ask for help. If you guys need help, ask for help. If you need my help, I'm happy to help. I was supposed to have a 1-hour meeting last night that ended up turning into 5 hours last night, literally helping other affiliates with their ideas and their dreams. Yeah. They had one vision and they married one system. But what does that do when they marry one system? If that system falls off, disappears, whatever, what happens to their business? Right? It's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying don't use this, but how can we take your passions, your loves, and make that niche, find the opportunity within that niche, and make a win-win. And literally, I went through person by person, found their passions. We came up with a niche. We found an opportunity, and we found a win-win solution. And we did that as a group and as a community. Right?
And just to think, brother, I mean, 6 months ago, you're not even at the starting line. You're just getting ready to step up to the starting line. I mean, it's amazing how quickly things can change, how fast you can make progress here if you get in and get to work and just apply, just let all of those old stories go and step into your most brilliant self, which is really your authentic self, and I can see that you're doing that. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I hope you'll be willing to come back and do a part 2 with us and continue to share some of this. I can't wait to see where you're at after 12 months of being in this industry, man.
And I hope to be on top. One day I hope to be where you're at.
Well, brother, look, man, I mean, it's I like to do these shows, and I like to be right down in the trenches with people, man. You know what I mean? And that's it's time, things I must earn as well, right? It's time in the game. You know what I mean?
100%. You got to put in that time up front.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's crucial.
Doesn't have to take 10 years. Doesn't even have to take 5 years. But time is things I must earn. It's there's no way around that. And I that's what I like about what you have to say so much, is that, you're not wasting time. You're not waiting for permission. You're not getting ready to get ready, but you understand that some things are not for everybody, and that if it is for you, it's going to take time to be able to succeed with that thing if you learn to learn the skills and put them into practice. And I like that message, man, because it's really true.
100%.
So, well, brother, I'll let you get back to your other activities there. Hopefully that market turns around. Yeah, I don't know if we want to know that number, man.
It's gotten worse.
Yeah. Okay. No, I could have guessed that by the look on your face. Well, I'm sure it'll come back around for you, man. And if it doesn't, then I'm sure you'll make it back in affiliate marketing. You know what I mean? So
there's always another day. It's the ebb and flow.
That's it, man.
Of everything. Yep.
Well, Jason, thanks for sharing your story, brother. The honest, courageous truth and what you've been through it. I'm glad you made it through, and I'm glad that you're, now a part of our community and you're giving back so much. I really appreciate it, man. And I'll look forward to part 2.
Oh, man, I appreciate you having me. And any of the affiliates, if you guys are struggling, let me know. I'll help you out, and we'll go through my now method with you to at least find your niche and find your strategy. And even with what you're currently working with, I'm happy to help anybody. I throw people in just large groups as part of my helping a million people, right?
I got you. Nice,
I'll throw you in. We'll all work together, and we'll make you amazing and bring you to the next level. Because nice. I love seeing people succeed. That makes me happy. It makes a smile on my face.
Nice, Jason. Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate your spirit, man. And have a great day. Stay legendary, my brother. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Have a good one.
See you, buddy. All right, my friends, there you have it. Just wow, what an incredible journey just in a short 6-month period. What can happen coming back from being in such a bad place? You know what I mean? Health wise, Jason coming from struggling with COVID in a way that was just as bad as any story I've ever heard, to now taking things back into his own hands and really taking control of his future in a way that so many people wish they could. And here's the beautiful news: you can, right? And it starts with a decision. So whether you're just getting started or you're starting over today, which is completely okay, get in the game, stay in the game. Come back here every morning for this sort of motivation, 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you want us to send you a little reminder of these wake-up shows, you can text WUL to 813-296-8553. I'm Dave Sharpe. I'm your pilot for this journey, this adventure, at least for today, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace.